Okay guys, in this video we're going to have a look at some of the organic molecules that are important to us in biology. Some of these molecules are what we refer to as macromolecules, and they're really large molecules, macro meaning big. And there'll be some that you're familiar with already. And we're going to have a look at the structure of these molecules with the purpose of using that to help us understand other concepts in biology. So let's start off by having a look at what we mean by organic. Now, organic molecules have carbon and hydrogen in them, and they quite often have oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur in them, but predominantly they're what we say carbon-based molecules. Some of these you'll be familiar with already, things like proteins, carbohydrates, lipids and nucleic acids. And we often know a lot of these from the foods we eat. We know we eat proteins, we know why organisms in our bodies need carbohydrates and lipids. We probably know a little bit about nucleic acids from chromosomes. But we're going to have a look at these and we're going to get into the structure of them. We're going to have a look at the structure of DNA, the structure of proteins, what sort of molecules are involved in carbohydrates, and the structure of lipids, and use them to not only understand cells but understand functioning on a whole body level. The other thing that's important to mention with these organic molecules is they're all molecules that are made by organisms. They're organic in nature. Inorganic molecules don't always have to originate from molecules, and they're certainly not constructed by organisms. Okay, two words that we want to explore are monomers and polymers, and the way we'd like to consider this here is each of these units in this diagram is what we might consider to be a monomer, and when we join them together, these simple units, to make a chain, we get a polymer. And a polymer is what you could consider to be a macromolecule. Okay, it's made up of a whole lot of units. The simple unit being a monomer, the complex unit being a polymer. In the organic molecules that we're looking at, the ones that form polymers are the carbohydrates, and the monomers there, the simple sugar molecules, the monosaccharides, the nucleic acids, and the monomers there are the nucleotides, and the proteins, and the monomers there are the amino acids. So for a protein, each one of these is an amino acid. For a carbohydrate, each one of these would be a sugar, and for a nucleic acid, each one of these would be a nucleotide. Lipids don't form big long chains like this, so we don't usually consider them to be a polymer, although they are a complex and an important organic molecule. Okay, so for each of the major groups of organic molecules, the carbohydrates, the proteins, the nucleic acids and the lipids, there's another short video, so I suggest you take in each one of them at a time and digest what each one of them's about. Good luck.